Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. I'm Invective. Let's get straight into it. Today's video is going to be about Super EZAs and what are some of the best characters in Dokkan, or what are literally going to be the best characters in Dokkan. And if you guys are in the 9th anniversary and some of you might have decided to buy the pack, or you got the free Red Dragon Stone, right? You can actually exchange it for some of these really powerful EZA units. Now, at the very bottom of the list, I think are the most powerful characters available to you in the game right now. Why? Because these guys have ridiculously powerful EZAs. I'm talking about this Super Saiyan 3 Goku, these guys as well, right? We've got some candidates here. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Oh, Gogeta. This guy's EZA. When this guy's EZA hits, right? He's already got EZA, but when his Super EZA hits, this guy's going to be skyrocketed to one of the best units in the game. We've already seen that with Physical Goku Black. This STR Cell, Frieza, all of these guys here. All of these guys that are at the bottom of this list are ridiculously good. We'll go from Trunks all the way downwards. All of these units are the ones that you want in Dokkan right now. Let me show you guys. So we go to our character list. Boom. Here's all of these guys here. Actually, we're going to go ahead and add one more character that has not been added to this list. That's this guy here. Okay, cool. So there we go. Okay, so there's a list of all the characters. You can exchange them for the Red Dragon Stone that you got for free, right? Guys, I'm just gonna say this straight up. Super EZAs are the best EZA in Dokkan available right now. We have access to exactly 3 Super EZAs on the global, 4 Super EZAs on the global version of the game. I don't think there's any other Super EZAs available right now. But if I was to put my finger on something that would Super EZA next, I'm thinking probably this STR Broly might Super EZA next, and maybe after the anniversary we might get some sort of special Broly event, or we could be getting Worldwide Celebration Super Baby 2 and GT Goku. Maybe this guy could Super EZA. Could be. But let's have a look at what we've already got on the board. Kid B. This guy can do 14 million attack stat super attacks, and he's providing damage reduction, he's providing crits, he's providing massive overall stats, he's providing 60% support to super extreme class units. This guy was already the GOAT of the best support unit in the game. Now he is legitimately the strongest support in the game. Not only is he providing you crits, he's dodging, he's doing all that other crazy stuff. And bruh, look at this. Like, guys, have a look at that. That's not even a paragraph, that's a whole book. They wrote a whole script for this guy. Attack and defense 150%, transform the crit plus 20%, and reduces damage received by 20%. Additional attack and defense 250% when performing a super attack. Oh wow. When HP is 70% or more, all allies key plus 2 and attack and defense 50%. Plus additional key plus 1 and attack and defense plus 10% for super class allies, and an additional key plus 2 and attack and defense 20% for extreme class allies. So this guy's so good for extreme class units, right? When HP is under 69%, he provides 1 key and 30% attack and defense, plus an additional 1 key for super class allies, an additional 1 key and 20% attack and defense for extreme class allies. He's always going to be really good for extreme class units, but he's going to be solid for everyone else as long as he's above that 59% HP. And the best thing about him, he recovers 10% HP at the end of a turn every time the character receives an attack, right? So he's going to have damage reduction, he's going to get additional damage reduction after every time he receives an attack, he's getting additional damage reduction up to 40%. So he's going to have 60% damage reduction. How crazy is this? This is a support unit that has 60% damage reduction, does crazy amount of damage. And let me show you guys another thing as well, right? Here, let's look at the team that we've got for him, right? This is one of his best teams. This is his best team. We got the Super EZA for Majin Buu. This guy just came out who's ridiculously OP, right? He's a support, 40% for the team already. Massive heals. Then we've got Kid Buu, and we've got this guy that just he got his Extreme Z Awakening not even that long ago, right? We were meant to be getting these guys for the 9th anniversary part 2, but we got them early on the global version of the game, which is crazy, right? It's so crazy. So look at how powerful this team is. So this Kid Buu is definitely should be on the top of your list for #1 character to must have in the game, to must have Super EZA. He's a massive support, massive damage reduction, provides crits and he dodges. He does everything you want to do. Alright, let's look at the next character. Right. Who's next up on the list? We've got the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He came out first, and usually this is the problem with units that come out first. They usually die out the quickest, but I don't think that's the case for this guy. Why? Because he has such a powerful passive overall, where he gets dodge, he gets critical hits, he gets guaranteed dodge, and then his dodge builds up to so that he gets 100% dodge. So key 2, attack and defense 200%, performs a critical hit for 1 turn from the character's entry turn. Right, super class allies have a chance of performing a crit plus 20%, and extreme class allies get a chance of performing a crit plus 10% for 3 turns from the character's entry turn. So immediately as he comes out, he's buffing everyone with crits. That's so good. Then he gets additional attack and defense of 150 for 5 turns from the character's entry turn, plus an additional attack and defense 150, high chance for additional attack that has a chance of being a super attack for 7 turns from the character's entry turn. So he's one of those characters, once he's in for the next 5 to 7 turns, he's going to be really powerful. Additional attack and defense 100% when performing a super attack from the 8th turn onwards. Right, and medium chance of evading, including super attack, plus an additional chance of evading enemy's attack, including super attack plus 8% before attacking. Great. So he's got the medium chance of dodging, and then he gets the additional 30% before attacking. Right. So slot 1, he's really good. He's going to be solid slot 1 for the first 5 turns. Slot 1 unit. This guy's good to go. He's going to be excellent for you. And then he gets an additional defense 150% high chance performing a critical hit for 3 turns after evading an attack. Guys, you want to give this unit full dodge, because he's going to get that 300% defense, right? Plus the additional 150% defense on top, with a pretty much 90% chance to dodge if you give him enough dodge. And I've given mine 14 dodge, 21 crit, and 21 additional and 6 critical. So pretty damn good. I do think defensive equips are going to be really good on this guy, but I think the best equips you want to put on him is dodge. Definitely dodge. Give him as much dodge as you can. If you guys want, put 30 dodge on him. do it. He's definitely worth it. Kid Buu's equips, let me have a look at what his equips were. Yeah, he's got mostly defense equips. Yeah, I think the big thing with this guy is his defense number was the lowest about him. He's got really high HP, decent attack, but his defense was kind of low. So defense equips for Kid Buu. Okay, and then for his team is actually the weakest team right now. But we can go ahead and look at his team. We've got this is the Majin Buu Saga team. I've actually put all 3 of these Super EZA units on one team. Why? Because they work really good here, and I'm expecting this unit here to get really powerful EZA very soon. This LR is on the verge of getting a Super EZA, and this LR is ridiculously good already as it is. I've used this LR in specific events in the game, but when this LR gets a Super EZA, we're talking about one of the best units in the game to pair up with the 8th anniversary LRs, right? He's really good with them, and he's really good with this guy as well. So he activates his links and everything. So guys, we have one of the potential best units in the game as soon as this, one of the best teams in the game as soon as this unit EZAs. So I'll be looking forward to this guy's EZA. But overall, this team is good cohesion here. We've got Vegito, Majin Buu Saga leader, really powerful when he transforms, and Vegito is going to be getting support from Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Speaking of Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, let's go ahead and check him out. This guy is the latest one on the global version of the game to EZA, and he is powerful. He's powerful. Attack and defense 150, additional attack 200% and defense 100% when performing a super attack. Right, he's getting so many buffs. Super class allies, defense plus 30%, 33%, and extreme class allies attack plus 33% for 3 turns from the character's entry turn. So he's providing those super class allies with additional 33% defense. That is solid. He's a support. He's really good. Extreme class allies get attack. That's really good as well. Additional attack and defense 100% when key is 11 or less. Plus an additional attack and defense 50% with each attack form up to 150%. Give him a decent amount of additionals. Give him a decent amount of dodges. We're good. So yeah. The thing is with this guy is you want to have key 11 or less. That's always been the case with this unit. With Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, you always want him just 1 key lower than his maximum key so that he can do his Boo Boo Super Volleyball attack. That's the powerful one that hits for like 11 million. That's how much he used to do before. Now, that attack hits for more than 24 million. Right, so this is ridiculously good. And then he gets the buff to his stats with each attack that he performs. Obviously give him as many additionals as you can. And if all allies attacking at the same time have obtained a key sphere, chance to perform on a critical hit goes up by 50%. And reduces damage received by 50% within the same turn when the character's key is 11. Guys, you want to make sure that his key is 11. Make sure that the only link active with him is well, you don't want him paired up with over in a flash units. On a rotation, you want him next to a Vegito, or you want next to him maybe int transforming Gotenks, right? But any other unit that provides him over in a flash, that's a bit of a problem for this guy, because then his key would just go too high. So you want to focus on his other links, such as Super Saiyan, Fused Fighter, Innocence, and Fierce Battle. Those are the 4 links that you're probably trying to activate. Over in a flash and limit break and form are Super Saiyan 3 links, so you're trying to avoid those if you can. But yeah, this guy is super powerful, super good. And then he's got the high chance of dodging as well, plus an additional chance of evading attack, including super attack, plus 33% from a super attack if key is 12. Right, so he gets that really good chance to dodge if you do his max key attack, which is good. But you want to get that 11 key, right? That's where the juice is for this guy. So yeah, that's where I put Gotenks on this team. I think he's going to be really good working with these guys here because they don't actually have over and a flash. So he's a solid unit to work alongside with this previous 8th anniversary LR, and he's going to be solid working with these guys here. But you don't want him paired up with something like a Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That will be making his stats go way through the roof because he'll be getting over and flash he'll be getting too many links here. He'll be getting too many key links. So you want him paired up with units that are going to be having a decent amount of links with him, right? But not too many key links. All right, next up, we've got actually my favorite unit. Physical Goku Black. Guys, this unit is even more busted on the global version of the game compared to the JP version of the game. Why? Because look at his attack stat. On the JP version of the game, his attack stat is 15,000. On the global version, is 18,000. I've got a YouTube shorts with this guy doing 34 million attack stat once he's fully built up. The best thing about this unit is he is a key sphere changer, and he provides rainbow key spheres. Something that this guy needed so much. And I am convinced that this team is the best team on the game right now. Maybe you could change out around a few characters. Maybe you could change around this Int Goku Black to something else. Definitely you can change him to maybe one of the other LRs that are available. But there's a lot of characters available to you when you want to build a team with this overall team here. There's a lot of characters. Future Saga is fully built up. You could make a mixture of super and extreme class Future Saga, or you can run a full pure extreme one, which I do advise. You can replace this guy with the Int EZA Zamasu, who's really solid, massive damage reduction, all that great stuff as well. So you can do that, or one of the physical Zamasus that provide support. You can put them on the team. But this guy is such a massive buff for this dude here, right? I came out with a video saying that this is my favorite unit in the game, and a lot of people didn't understand why this guy was my favorite unit in the game. Guys, I like people stupid when do they not read passive? He's got guard and 60% damage reduction. Slot 1, this guy can never be touched. He can never be touched. He's got a domain that provides him additional buffs, and you can activate his domain and have him and another version of himself in the same rotation with all of their links active, with all that damage reduction. Your team is untouchable with this guy in slot 1. He's untouchable. You got Super Boss's team. This guy, you can use LR Broly in second slot or third slot. Bro, this team is so good. But then this guy elevated him to the next level. Rainbow key spheres, physical key spheres, support, everything that you needed is right here. Attack and defense 50% per key sphere obtained. Wow. Additional attack and defense 150% when attacking, with three or more key spheres obtained. Randomly changes key spheres of certain type of rainbow key spheres, plus an additional attack and defense per key sphere obtained when there's a Goku's family, or when all allies attacking the same turn are super bosses. These are such easy things to activate. It's so good for him, right? Okay, when all allies attacking the same turn are super bosses, cool. Then he gets key 1 up to 5 and attack and defense 30% up to 150% with each attack received. Chance to perform a critical hit plus 20% every time the character receives an attack 3 times in battle. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to physical when there's a super class enemy. Extreme class allies get 3 key and 30% defense. Do I need to say any more? Defensive power, orbs, rainbow key spheres, and he gets gigantic defense, right? He gets defensive buff, defensive support, 150% defense to begin with, 50% per key sphere obtained. You want to give him 3 key spheres and he's good to go. He's good to go. He's good to go. He's perfect. He's like the perfect unit that this team needed. And then he gets the crit chance as well. Oh my god, this guy is ridiculously good. Guys, have a look at the build that I have here. I gave him as many attack equips as I could. Why? Because I think this guy's defense is so powerful, and he gets already the powerful defensive support that I didn't need to give him any more defense. I wanted to see what his attack stat could do, and the fact that he can do 34 million fully built up. He's doing more attack than the latest Dokkan Festival unit in the game, right? So guys, Super EZAs are definitely the most powerful units in the game. If you guys don't already have these characters, make sure you watch out for these characters here. Boom. So these are all the characters that are available for you. Have a look for them. Make sure you have one of each of these units in the game. My next expected Super EZA is going to be that legendary Super Saiyan Broly. I think he's next up on the chopping list. But guys, imagine how good this guy is going to be once he gets a Super EZA. Yeah, he's going to be untouchable. When this guy gets a Super EZA, he's going to be untouchable. He's already really good, right? You can use him on so many teams with 80% damage reduction. But bruh, give him support on top of that crazy damage reduction. It's game over. It's game over. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching this Dokkan Battle video. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, leave a like. See you guys on the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye.